Remembers playing tag. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't that fun? Remember how at the start of the game, we all gather around and the person playing it calls out a word? And then we all scatter. We go in different directions, different speeds, some stand still. That's exactly what goes on in my mind, in Brian Brain, when someone says a word. It goes off in different tangents, different speeds, sometimes freezes. I hope not during this talk. It just did. I have ADHD. I'm neurodivergent. For decades, I struggled. I felt so alone, so isolated, depressed, suicidal, wondering, what is wrong with me? I struggled with time, focus, memory, rejection sensitivity, emotional regulation. The overwhelm and intense masking caused me to burn out often. I had a few nervous breakdowns too. My marriage failed. I snapped at my kids. My boss said there were complaints, but he knew there was something else going on. I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to wrap my car around a tree. That was 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I decided to get assessed. ADHD, inattentive type. Ah. Anxiety? Yep. Slow processing speed? Huh. At first, I didn't want to tell anyone because with labels come stigma and judgments like lazy, unfocused, undisciplined, not smart. Instead, I use my superpower of hyper focus to research. You should see my bookcase. I began to understand neurodivergence. It validated that there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing to fix. I'm not broken. It's my wiring. My wiring is unique. I have a unique human operating system. When we look to nature, we see that nature creates uniqueness. Did you know that each zebra has its own unique stripe pattern? No two zebras are alike. Humans have their own human operating system. No two humans are alike. Looking back at my childhood, I wanted to see my own uniqueness. As a child, my parents called me Shojtos Kukats. It's an endearing Hungarian term for wiggly worm. Mikor fogsz már leülni? When are you going to sit down? My grade 5 teacher, she sent a note home. Tell Liz to stop tap dancing under her desk. I needed music and movement to focus and learn, but for others, it's a distraction. The world wanted sameness. I decided to stop fighting with my system and start working with it, to lean onto the system, to decode neurodivergence for the future. I created a process, a 4-step process called LEAD, L-E-A-D. Let's start with L. Learn to navigate challenges. The challenge, slow processing speed. Now, at first, when you hear that, you think, maybe I'm not smart. Maybe I'm slow. But I knew I was smart, but always felt behind. So what's going on? In a meeting, one word would set the game of tag in motion in my mind. Looking for ideas, fast ones, slow ones, until I've got it. By then, everyone went to lunch. I wasn't slow. I was in deep analysis, going wider and deeper into things to truly understand and process the information. I was looking for connections, patterns, possibilities to produce a higher level quality of thought. That takes time. kind of like chili in a crock pot. I've learned to say, wait, still processing, please hold. That pause has helped me navigate slow processing speed. E, elevate mindset. I used to beat myself up. I've got 5 minutes to get out the door. How am I still late? 5 minutes is enough time for me to reorganize a drawer, reply to 3 emails, start a new idea, and briefly question the meaning of life. Always trying to squeeze in one more thing. They call it time blindness. It's not, it's a math problem. So I got curious. I became a time detective, uncovering and decoding how long things take. So instead of beating myself up, why am I always late? I now say, how long is this going to take? And get out the door. Being curious elevates your mindset. A, align with your true self. Being told to sit down, be still, be the same, the belief I'm not good enough was installed into my program. For decades, I tried to fix my program to be the same, to decode time, to play tag with predictability. I got anxious and overloaded. No wonders I burned out and broke down. Now, when I get anxious or overloaded, I go for a walk, listen to music, or breathe. Everyone take a nice deep breath in and out. Now my nervous system is calm and I can ask, what's the best thing for me to do right now? That aligns with my true self. Drive with intention. As a passenger in my life, I allow distractions to dictate where I'm going. Using the lead process, I can navigate any challenge, stop beating myself up, align with my true self, and be the driver of my life. We can all drive with intention. The problem isn't neurodivergence. The problem is misunderstanding ourselves and others. Using lead, I was able to discover my own magic, my own strategies, my own neurospiciness. So here's my invitation to you. The next time someone doesn't think the same, maybe they respond differently or appear fidgety. Instead of asking, how do I manage this? Maybe we can get curious and ask, I wonder what unique operating system is working here. Our next generation doesn't need us to fix them. They need us to understand them so we can decode their brilliance. The future of leadership isn't about managing people. It's about understanding them. And when we do, we not only unlock the magic of human beings, we unlock humanity. That's how we lead. That's how we lead with neurodiversity.